Among the tranquil and picturesque landscapes surrounding Olsztyn, there's a truly unique place, brimming with peace and lush greenery. It is right here that our charming little white house is taking shape, a special home that has been lovingly constructed with heart from its very inception.
And today I'll take you inside and tell you how we created a modern recuperation system within it.
A system that is designed to provide not only efficient ventilation and always fresh air in your home, but also to maintain the proper temperature and help reduce your heating costs.
In the creation of our system, we made use of video tutorials from Mr. Piotr Paruszewski, which are available on YouTube. The majority of the components for the system were purchased from the o3ozone.pl website. We utilized the max vent ventilation distribution system with ducts of 90 mm in diameter. Given the presence of a wooden ceiling, the ventilation ducts were carefully run between the structural beams and positioned underneath the roof's thermal insulation layer on the interior, warm side of the living space. The assembly process for the boxes is quite intuitive, however, fitting the gaskets and aligning the components requires precision. Not the channels, however, can be easily shortened with a simple knife. Once the gasket has been properly positioned and installed, they will then create a perfectly tight and sealed connection.
A bit of time has passed since our last recording. We spent that time on other construction work, but now we want to show you how we installed the HRV system. Come on in.
In this particular section of the house, we installed 3 ventilation outlets.
In the entrance hall area.
In the bathroom.
And in the kitchen.
On the opposite side of the house, within the living room, we have installed 2 air supply points.
In addition, on the ground floor, we have 2 more points that are responsible for the air recirculation. One is located above the fireplace, and the other is positioned right above the main entrance to the house.
And now we'd like to invite you to the attic.
The bedroom itself will be occupying half of the attic space, and in this bedroom we have installed 2 air supply vents.
We have installed 2 additional ventilation outlets in the areas where smaller rooms will be located.
Adjacent to the stairs, we have also installed a recirculation point.
In the bathroom, we already have the duct prepared for the installation of the exhaust point.
Up in the attic, within the knee wall structure, we have carefully installed 3 distinct distribution boxes. The first one is specifically designed to manage the fresh air supply. The second handles the recirculation process, and the third box is dedicated to controlling the exhaust airflow.
To connect these boxes, we have used pipes measuring 160 mm, but most of the connections that you can see here have only been installed on a temporary basis, and eventually a recirculation fan and a heat exchanger will be incorporated. It was precisely for this purpose that we have installed here water lines from the heating and cooling system, which is powered by a heat pump, along with cables that provide power and control for the recirculation fan, as well as damper regulation and temperature measurement.
Currently, the recirculation channels operate only as exhaust.
Ultimately, they can be used to raise or lower the building's temperature. As per the O3 Ozone.pl project, a special damper will be installed here, which allows redirecting air from the recirculation ducts to a heat exchanger and then back into the house.
Fresh air is drawn in from the southern side of the building through an external intake vent, which is then conveyed to the central air handling unit.
And what is being emitted through the chimney?
Both pipes are in rubber insulation, but we will further insulate them with mineral wool.
The central ventilation unit is the heart of the entire HRV system. Our model is small, designed for our home-specific needs, but this allows it to fit into the closet in the entryway.
We've installed a control panel in the central area of our home. This control panel is located here to measure the temperature for the needs of future air conditioning.